to the cloud. Okay. All right. So what we're talking about today is creating a trading plan and how to journal. And I actually, as I thought about it and I was creating content yesterday, I was like, not how to journal, what to journal. But we're gonna roll with it. So, one of the things I wanted to start off with today was one of my favorite quotes from Denzel. Love Denzel. Every time I see him and Jackie Chan, I see them getting old. It's just like, uh, the legends are getting older. So, but one thing he said was dreams without goals are just dreams, and ultimately they fuel disappointments. On the road to achieving your dreams, you must apply discipline, but more importantly, consistency. Because without commitment, you will never start, but without consistency, you will never finish. Some of the realest, truest words like ever spoken, and the reason I just tie them to this is because without a plan, a lot of people goals is, oh, I want to quit my 9 to 5. I want to be a full-time trader. I want to live my life. I want to do this. I want to do that. A lot of people have the dreams to being a full-time trader. It's rare that I see people talk about it as like a side hustle. So in order for you to be successful, if that's your dream, you gonna put the work in to you know meet that dream. You're gonna show up every day. You're gonna do what you have to do. You're gonna be disciplined. You can't always be, nobody's 100% anything. But as long as the majority overrules, the minority, then you're good. And consistency is on, and your commitment. Like, you need those things. You need that drive to achieve your goals. And if trading full time, I don't know who all trades full time besides me. I've been doing it for 2 years, but you got to be disciplined and you got to have a trading plan. Like, if you don't have a trading plan, then you really just gambling. And that's just the fact. Like, how many of us have how many people have a trading plan? It might be or you might have a little 1, 2 step or whatever the case is, but who has like a trading plan? Anybody? So second question, if you have a trading plan, does your trading plan whose trading plan go out the door at 9:30 in 1 second into the market? Because some people, I'm telling you, it's just the market is like on your mark, get set, go. And when it's time, like it's like your mind just draws a blank. So it's good that everybody here is just kind of consistent, or just trying to build some sort of consistency with their trading plan. So the agenda today, short agenda, why do you need a trading plan? What's included in your trading plan, and what's a journal? And summary, which is not really a summary. It's just thank you for tuning in, but we gonna get to that. Oh, McKenna, Mac Millie is in the building. Thank you for joining, Mac Millie. You ain't missed nothing, but the little bit that you did miss is gonna be recorded. Ah, okay, so why have a trading plan to be successful? TF, I won't curse. I don't think I've said any curse words. If I have, it's okay. It might be a few more to come. To be successful, like that's why you need a trading plan. Keep your trading psychology in check, because if anybody attended my trading psychology class, if your mind ain't right, you're not gonna trade. Your mind need to be right, and whether it's trading or whether it's day-to-day life, anything you do. So you should want to work on your mental regardless of what you're doing, whether you're trading or whether you trying to them kids, they cutting up in school, you got to test behind up when they get home. Your car, because I'm telling you, that car will not let you down. It will not let you down when it's time, when you get some money in the check engine light come on. So you need your mind right for all these little things, even because a lot of times your mind is right when things are going right. So I had to go gravitate towards the negative because that's when you really have to put your mental to work to overcome anything and look at it from a different perspective. And then that goes to minimizing stress. And it has your trading. Because if you don't know, what you're doing or why you're doing it, then how can any of these things be effective for you? And so the things that I feel are necessary for when you're creating a trading plan is, your goals. You should have goals, goals, and then if your goal is just to be green, you got to go, you know, that's the goal. But I think it's important to have goals because goals can kind of keep you in check. I think I saw somebody who was like, well, I don't have goals. You should have goals. Let your goals reflect you and not someone else's. So a lot of people goals are like, okay, I'm staying in, oh, this trade about to be do 40%, so I'm gonna stay in. Like, don't let somebody else dictate your trading goals to you. Find what works for you and stick to it. If you want to make 20 to 30% per trade, do that. And I know a lot of times we be like, damn, I should have held this trade done went 535% and I only got 30% out of it. How many people been in trades like that? You just looking at it like that's where runners come in at. But you looking at this trade and it done went 500% and you just like you sold for crumbs because that's what we be talking about. I done sold for crumbs, and that's what it is. And so when you thinking about the crumbs that you done took from the market, because the market is always out to get us anyway, so they gonna breadcrumb you. But if you master it, you can, fully get your money's worth. But if you have that 20 to 30%, then and that's your goal, set it. Make it a solid goal because you know what? That in my mind is where compounding comes in at. And I'm pretty sure y'all have seen compounding. Compounding, it is phenomenal. If you can only if 30% is what you take and then you get a little bit more that day and then or if 30% is what you take and it runs up, just mentally just train your mind to be like, okay, you know what? Let me do compounding because I'm up here trying to hit these big percentages. They're not promised. And even 30% is not promised. But if you can take the small wins and if you can constantly compound them each trade, you will build an account quicker than trying to get that big old win every time. And I think that's a big issue with a lot of traders. They want to see the big win and not putting in the steps because and so immediately hell at the first thing goes, a lot of people mind go out that shit go out the window because now the goals is I want 100%. I done seen what this Lord, I done see what you can do for others. Let me see what you can do for me. And then they seeing these big trades and then they trying to hold on. And then when the trade starts going against you that from, the big trade to the little trade, then you're trying to you trying to be then a lot of people be like, well, should I go ahead and take this? Will it get back up there? No, have a goal in mind and then let it work for you. If you aren't familiar with compounding, make sure you become familiar with it. I didn't do it in options. I have been looking at how to do it with futures. I see it is doable, but I'm gonna have to look further into that. But I might start a side options account and just compound maybe QQQ because I trade NQ all the time, and of course, QQQ is the little sister of NQ, so I might try with that. A second thing, risk management. I mean, if I had $1 for every time we talk about risk management, especially in the Discord, I'd be rich off risk management alone. I'll tell you because yeah, NQ is different. It's so different. I'm telling you, it's a different beast, but I love it. Like I was saying, I love the adrenaline it gives me. I don't care if I might need a pacemaker in a few years. I love it because it can get me in and out. So, but yeah, for the risk management, um, just 20% of your capital. I mean, it's been a time where I was like, I went a little too deep, and then a holiday was the next day, so my funds they wasn't settling, and it's like it's no reason you shouldn't have no money because if you had proper risk management, ain't no way you done use 100% of your account and you ain't got no money to trade with because you waiting for the funds to settle. So we all been there. Just don't risk more than 20% of your capital. It's no reason, if people can get it out their mind that trading is not a get rich, and when they don't get rich quick, they try to call it a scam, just like Forex. I mean, you can make money in it, but just because it's working against you does not mean it's a scam. It just means it's a skill issue, not a scam. And you need to focus on getting your skill right so that you can be successful. And then in the end, it's just a harsh truth, but trading is not for everybody. But I'm big ups to anybody who gives it a chance, because at least you taking that opportunity to see if it works for you. And so don't use all your money because there's no reason you should be sitting there mad because everybody like that SpongeBob meme with Pat when Squidward looking out the blinds at Patrick and SpongeBob because you don't spend all your money and now you gotta watch other people trade. Market focus. Trade names that you are familiar with. Because why you heavy in the tech sector, but then you over there trading Uber or you over there trading Pfizer? Like, well, what are you doing over there? Come on back to the tech sector if that's what you are familiar with. If that's what gives you your niche, like you shouldn't be or you over there in Wells Fargo, like then you're mad because for one, you're not familiar with these sectors, you're not familiar with the way they move. You just trading for the sake of trading. And it's nothing wrong with learning them, but just a lot of times it's already hard to focus on a whole bunch of tickers. My thing is, I think I used to have a rule of thumb, 3 to 5 tickers at the max. That's all you need. So when you just trying to, it's not a sector that you're familiar with, and you just trying to be over there trading it because somebody done called it, then if it doesn't go your way, you definitely, need to be upset with yourself because you are not familiar with it. But you can take the time to learn it as a little side piece in case if it needs to come through because not all tech sector doesn't move all the time. It doesn't. It moves the majority of the time because it has a lot of high profile names, but it doesn't move all the time. And then sometimes if those names is not in your plan, then just take the day off. I think a lot of people I've personally found it easy to disconnect from the market trading futures because I mean you could trade them 23.5 for one. So it's always a trading opportunity. NQ is very volatile, and so it always provides a move during the day. And some days it provides a $400 move. And you mean to tell if I can't make no money in a $400 move, that's $8,000 immediately on one mini. Of course, we ain't holding the whole move. One day, when I do hold that whole move, y'all gonna know. Like they say, when I win the lottery, there gonna be signs. And when I hold the whole EQ move, it's gonna be signs. Just know that. So, oh, the money be calling. So you be in all the sectors, Carolina Blue. Just know, I don't know, who knows? You might see me, I don't know, I might post something. You be like, damn, Ebony ain't never post that. It's gonna be signs that I done held that whole move. So I don't feel the need to just dib and dab, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but y'all get the picture, in all these different areas because it gives me the move that I need. And I say that to say I don't have big goals. So if one day I don't meet my goal and the next day I make $1,000, $2,000, I can literally not trade the whole week. And that's just because for one, I don't have a big goal, and for two, if I can make that, only thing I would do is show up for my team at that point and make sure that they can, make money. So I still show up every day to, post charts, make sure if I see something, that they still have the opportunity, even though I'm good. So, and then pay attention to the news. The news market still respects technicals. It does. But pay attention to it. Even if you can't trade for like 15 minutes within the thing because it's volatile. Y'all know consumer confidence is going to create a little volatility. Um, Non-farm payrolls somewhat, but y'all, the 8:30 news. But a lot of y'all, if you don't trade futures, you just looking at the market at 8:30 anyways, unless you trade in equity, and then you got to really be trading big money with that, depending on what you're trying to trade. As far as equity, so pay attention to the news. If there's NQ, and the futures is affected heavily by the news. Bond auctions affects the news. Bond auctions, because the bonds let you know what direction the market is going in. Like I meant, what direction the economy is going in. Therefore, it impacts the market. So pay attention to the news. If you have to take a little 15-minute break and not trade during that time because there's a little volatility going on, just do that. It's easy. Um, and strategy. Strategy. What is your trading strategy? Like nobody's trading strategy should always be to follow behind somebody else. Your trading strategy shouldn't be the YOLO because you done missed a trade and you see everybody else getting in another trade. So you like, I'm going all in. No, that's not a trading strategy. That's gambling. Which gambling is a strategy depending on what you depending on what you doing in life. But you shouldn't be doing that in the market. So you breaks and retests are a clean strategy. I actually love them. If you waiting for a price to break a certain level, why you in the middle of no man land trying to trade? You trying to catch that candlestick that's in the middle of levels, and then it fake you out, and because you ain't stick to your strategy. Bull and bear flags are a clean strategy too. Just wait for them to break out. Like a lot of times when people don't have a trading plan, they just trading whatever, and they don't even know why they trading it. They just trading it. But when you actually have a strategy that works for you, then you will be successful. You know, you don't have to have a high win rate. 90% win rate is not what you need. You can have a 60 to 70% win rate. You don't have it. You don't need because even then, like you can still have a loss that can kill that win rate. So I don't feel like you have to have a extremely high win rate to make it seem that you're a great trader. No, just have a good win rate, and within that area, and keep your small losses small is the name of the game. I mean, really, that's what it is. So if you can keep them small and your wins big, then you're winning in the market. It don't matter how big the win is, as long as it is bigger than the loss, then you winning. And that's a big thing that's hard for people to see. That they hard it's hard for them to see that in life, when you so when and that's where it's kind of comparing. If you see somebody winning big, like you don't know what this person is doing. You just focus on you. And as long as you taking those steps, those small steps, because we all want to take a leap. I've been there where I wanted instant gratification and it ain't worked for me. And so just with anything, just make sure that you just focus on you and what you're trying to build. When you in a Discord full of people flashing games, it can make you feel like a lot of people, you risk it all. Like they say, you ready to risk it all, and that is true. Yeah, yeah, Anton, that is right. That's why I was saying, like, because the bonds, like, they affect the market. So that's one of the reasons when I ain't in no trade at 101, when a 10-year bond auction or a 30-year auction happens, because it can get nasty. And I ain't trying to, if y'all ever seen how NQ move, you will know. Tools. Make sure you got the right tools, because your tools will work, they will work against you. Broker, if you Robinhood, if anybody uses Robinhood, use it for swing trading or um long-term investment. Just use it for that. I feel like Robinhood, if they get an active trader, you probably won't be able to touch them. I can't even lie. Robinhood was like my first broker when I started. I think I had them back in 2018. I had to look at the time that whenever they became available, that they was my first. Um, my first. Don't take that the wrong way. Um, but yes, only for those reasons. But if you, to me, tools come down to knowing yourself as a trader. If you know that you're gonna get in a swing trade and you're gonna be about to die when you down 5%, just don't even use Robinhood. Just keep you a regular Webull or Charles Schwab. Um, hell, I think them the only two in the game, man. Them the only two I can think of. Just keep them because they help you, scalp, whatever the case is. But if you are a scalper but you don't mind swing trading, get a broker or a separate account. I mean, you can only have so many accounts with Webull. I know you can have an IRA. Oh, y'all talking about it, man. Y'all telling your age. 'Cause who trying to have Fidelity or E-Trade? Like them was back in the day, honey. We in the new age now. I'm like, I have Fidelity though, but it's like a long term account. Like I probably go in there like once a month or every couple of months. But still right. Still just know yourself as a trader and then pick the broker that's right for you. I think Robinhood is cool, but Robinhood is not good for getting in and out of trades. So don't use them as a scalping. Use them, use it as a swing or a long term. Um, it is. I love active. That's when I had Webull. Webull was a no brainer because to get you in and out of trades, Robinhood to have you in and out of trade like you executed a market order. Like I know I was up about $300 by the time you get out of Robinhood, you done made $150 because it's just difficult to get out. So, and learn continuously. You should always be trying to learn. There's always ways to simplify, even to keep you sharp because this, even the new traders, when we didn't get rich in 2020, well, I didn't get rich. I don't know about y'all. When we didn't get rich in 2020, there was a lot of millionaires made from that time frame on to about 2021. Late 2021 is when people actually had to start knowing how to trade. And so a lot of people, I know that's right, Carolina Blue, keep the positive energy rolling. I'm already rich in my mind, but we going, I think I'd rather, like they said, be wealthy than rich. I'm telling you, life is expensive out here. So, we got goals, and that's a goal right there. So we gonna be locked into it. That's the whole reason for this, the plan to get there. So, oh man, I had to take a picture because I needed to. I need to get that either tattooed or get it painted. One of them. I might slide it up in the AI and let them convert it to a bomb ass. Let them convert it to a bomb ass picture. But just continue to educate yourself. You know, like I say that about the getting rich because people actually had to learn to trade, and and even your favorite trader might still be learning how to trade, and that's just honestly because this market is a new market. I know for a long time people were like, okay, it's about to go back to the this market is about to be over with. We're about to get some trend. No, they said not right now. So you really having to adapt to the market that is give that um is being given to us. Hey, Daryl, we moving on along. Well, you probably missed a little bit, but we still moving on through.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, it didn't just start. I just got the message on my phone. So, I,
Oh,
what
no,
time
I
did it
started
start?
like 7:15. We was on color people time today because I was waiting for
Okay.
people to come in, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna upload it. I'm uploaded to my YouTube, and I'm uploaded in my IG too. So
Yeah. When I checked earlier, I guess I was too early, so then I ended up being late. But that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and.
yeah, because it's on my IG. So I'm like, I was just telling Tony, like, how am I? It ain't like I can do it every one on IG. Maybe I have to go ahead and get a blue check or something so I can really just unless I go live, then I guess I to give people attention. Like, hey, I'm about to start and then get off. But yeah, it's cool though. Like I said, it'll be uploaded. So I think it's a good listen. So um but yeah, so we want to continuously learn. I'm still learning, I'm almost to reading a blank chart for NQ. That's just how much I am learning and understanding. For me personally, I don't need a whole bunch of tools just to trade it. So test your strategy. Test it, you know. If you don't, one second about that. So back test your strategy. If you can record your live screen during the day for maybe 2 hours or so, and then kind of, replay it back, even if it's recording your trades, that's a good option to do because you're seeing live candlesticks. Now, one thing with, of course, TradingView is that the candlesticks aren't fully formed. One thing I have done is like kind of back testing on small time frames because a 1 minute will kind of somewhat, it might be a little stretch, give the appeal of candlestick forming because it's on a smaller time frame. But I mean, I know a few people trade options here, so just back test your strategy because really all you're doing is looking to see just to make sure it works for you. So you don't really need a whole lot of, you know, seeing a live view of the market helps. But if you don't have use recordings for that, then you can use like I said, TradingView and just make sure that your strategy is continuously working for you. And if it is, you just keep doing what you do. And then if you can, you know, refine it, then that's fine too. And then the last thing, I think this is the last thing, this is just discipline. I can tell y'all everything I just told y'all, it could be there, but if you don't practice it, then it's just kind of on the person to retain the information and to follow your plan. Sometimes we deviate from the plan, we do, and I'm not gonna act like I don't, because it's been times I'll be like, you know what, I'm about to get in, because this is, maybe a chase here and there. It's not often, it's when you deviate from the plan and you can't make your way back to it. That's the issue, especially if you're deviating from it a lot. If you find yourself deviating from it a lot, then you need to figure out why you're doing that. And it could be just that you might need to look at your plan again because it's not working. And reassess your strategy. If you find that you're disciplined and you done went through and you looked at this trade didn't work and that didn't work, then just reassess. It's nothing wrong with trying to fix your strategy because it doesn't work in all markets. I was a bear for a long time, and sometimes I would get killed trying to be a bear. So I've switched my bias, and I don't really have bias. I love being a bear because it pays expeditiously. You ain't like I told people the bull area. The bulls is just like you're climbing the stairway to heaven. It's like the stairway to success. It's gonna take you a while to get there, but you're gonna get there. And the bears is just like cancel culture. Just pretty much kind of like what they trying to do to my boo Drake. I love Drake, but we're not gonna. But it's cancel culture, so it's easily going to sell off and make you the money. So, and that's the quick way, but it's not always a way that works. So you have to fix your strategy if needed. And I do play the long side a lot more, and you have to because the market, well, NQ has been pushing new highs, new all-time highs like every other day. And you can't be trying to short that, unless it gives you a big short. But other than that, you have to try to play with what the market gives you. And if you have to reassess and be like, okay, let me see what it takes to be a bull, what works for the upside, versus that quickness to the downside. It's pretty much the same strategy. It just kind of takes a lot longer to make money. So what to journal? Of course, honorable mention here is my journal. I had to put it in there. But what's a journal? It's basic. Entries and exits, your trading strategy that you use when trading, market conditions, and your takeaways. And so when you are looking at your entry, when you're journaling your entries, um, why did you enter the position? Like what made you enter? Was you YOLOing? You just was Jerome Powell speaking that day, and you just knew he was about to make the market shake, and you was like you about to straddle the call or the put. Is that what you did? Like, what was your reason for entering that trade, and or was you following an admin that you're not used to following? Is your trading style differently? What was it? Or was it just a bomb A+ setup? Because journaling doesn't always have to be weaknesses. It can be strengths. And there's positives in your strengths. So, Cece, hey, Cece. I don't know, I was about to start singing, but Cece, thank you for joining. We almost to the finish line, but I appreciate you. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this to y'all, like where y'all can really see the link, because I know it's just a little difficult to kind of broadcast on IG because I ain't popping like that. I ain't lit like that on there, so I'm gonna figure it out though. But why your entries and your exits? Because you need to understand, well, you can go back and be like, okay, this is where I entered at, this is where I exited. Trading strategy. What is your trading strategy? Like I just mentioned, do you like break and retest? Do you like the bull and bear flags? Do you trade? I mean, I'm the only ones that's just kind of do you trade using the EMAs? Do you trade the MACD, the RSI? I don't trade any of those, by the way. Break and retest are my thing, or sometimes the flags, but what's your strategy? Is that what you use that day? Journal your strategy. What were the market conditions? Like we was talking about. If you know quiet witching ain't your strong suit, Why you open and trying to trade? It's the same quiet witching that it is all the time. It has built trillions of dollars of notional value, excuse me, expiring that day. You like, oh my God, the contracts ain't moving. They're not moving because this is just what it does on that day. And it's every 3 months that it does this. So was them the conditions? Did you forget to look at the news and 9:45 consumer confidence came out, or 10 o'clock something came out? Like, what were the conditions at the time? And then it don't even have to be that. It could just be that, like I said, the market was given what it's supposed to give, and got in the trade and it went my way. It was perfect. So it's not always bad things, but it's easy to hone in on those because a lot of times that is what messes people up, not kind of paying attention to the smaller things. And then once you review all of that, what did you learn? What was your takeaways? Um, I learned that I need to chart more. I need to focus, like my weakness is my exits. My weakness is my entry. I should have waited. Um, I need to do more break and retest strategies because they work for me. I've looked at my journaling, and every time that I was successful, this is what happened. Or every time something didn't go right, I see that this pattern, this is what happened. Maybe your mental wasn't right. Never trade when your mental is off. Never. I seen one guy traded, and he asked the question. He was like, "How do y'all trade when you got a lot going on and life is hitting you. You got a lot going on. How you trade and you successful?" And I remember that day. I told myself, "You don't. Like, if your mind is not right, if you can't control your thoughts, you can't control your reactions. And if you can't control that, you just will not be, and the only thing it's going to do is going to put you in a worse mood, because if you kind of not right for the day, you got stuff going on, then you try and come in the market and you trade and you losing money, that's going to make your day even worse. So don't trade. So all of these little simple things, and you can add your little spin as far as to what you think is more, but these are things that I include in my journal along with what your mood was. I think I have a thing is like what your mood was and what was the day's ratings, because all of these help analyze as a trader. And one thing that I want to say, like, how how AI is learning you, how you gonna let a computer learn you more than you trying to learn yourself? If you as a trader and you don't know what's going on, don't just how AI is learning your every move, how they want us to always click them cookies. You know how they always, like, my phone keep putting it going in the do not disturb because they know I go into do not disturb late at night. Like, it's learning me. So because it's learning my moves, and that's what you need to do as a trader. You need to learn yourself. And as you learn yourself, and you learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you and how you can be successful, then you fine tune that, and then you can make the best plan for yourself. Because I mean, to me, the best comparison is AI. What are they doing? They trying to tailor things to you, and as they continue to learn what you are, which is something that's inevitable, especially considering how life is going, then they are going to tailor what they think is the best fit. And that's how you should be treating your trading, from working on your mental to making sure you have a solid plan, to journaling, to what your strengths and your weaknesses, and working on that. Like, that's all these things will help you be a great trader. So thank you for joining, everyone. That is all I have. Um, for this evening, and that's all what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope to continue to do these talks. And if there's anything that y'all come up like, hey, let's do this, because this is kind of like a group thing for me. Even though I'm talking to y'all, y'all can, talk back and let me know like, okay, because I think it's good doing these things in a small setting where people can be heard and you can also converse back with them. So again, this will be uploaded to my YouTube, and I will post a link on my IG for y'all to go back and review. I think it's really good. So any questions, concerns, comments, anything? Nothing? Okay. Well, you're welcome, Mac Millie. Um, if there's no questions, I do thank y'all for taking a little bit of your Sunday out with me. And just stay tuned for more more trader talks. I don't know what season 3, like I'm on a whole TV. See, I don't know what episode 3 is gonna be about, but I'll do a poll soon. So thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your evening, and let's get ready to, for the market tomorrow.